Well, good morning, everybody. We're reading through John. Yeah, John. I just looked at it for you, which chapters we are. Look at the title. You'll see the chapter. Um, I might look a little cagey this morning because I'm trying to get this in. I'm at the hospital with Melody. The baby is about to be born, and so I'm just getting in this devotion this morning. I love the description of the encounter Jesus had with the blind man in today's reading. And I love it because of the blind man's attitude, or the former blind man's attitude. Jesus healed him. And when everybody who knew him, he was a famous blind man. He was famous for having been born blind. Everybody in town knew him. And when people saw that he could see, they thought, well, how can you see? And he described it matter-of-factly. This is what was done, and now I can see. He spit, made some mud, put it in my eyes, now I can see. It was matter of fact. Just, it's, you know how scientists work. They observe and then they do experimentation. Well, he's not at a place where he could do experimentation to explain the why. He just knows that this is what happened. This is his observation because it happened to him. And so this was his reaction to everybody. And even before the Pharisees, it wasn't so much that he was defending Jesus, because he had no relationship with Jesus. He was defending the truth of the matter. The Pharisees were trying to find all kinds of explanations. They were doing an investigation, called in his parents, asked his parents what was going on. His parents said, well, we know this is our son. We know he was born blind. How we can see, we don't know. He's old enough. Ask him yourself. And then they were threatened to kick anybody who acknowledged that Jesus is the Messiah. They said they would kick them out of the temple, out of the synagogue. So that's why the blind man's parents were so concerned. So they brought the blind man, the former blind man, in yet again and quizzed him. And they said, praise the Lord, we know this man's a sinner. And then you follow the logic of this man's thinking. And he says, you say he's a sinner. Okay, but what he's doing, no sinner can perform miracles. What he is doing can only be done by Yahweh. Thus, if this is true, then he must be a prophet of Yahweh. And for this, they kicked him out. And then when Jesus came to him and said, do you believe in the Son of Man? Well, this is Jesus, okay? And all this man knows about Jesus, he might know more, but the big thing that he knew about Jesus right in that moment is that he gave him his sight back. So he just turns to Jesus, tell me who he is, and I will believe in him. And Jesus says, it's me, it's the one who's talking to you. And he dropped to his knees and he worshiped. Our problem today is that there's miracles all around us all the time. The kingdom is happening around us all the time. It is there. And our problem is we're like the Pharisees. We look for reasonings other than what is straight out fact. This is what God's promised. This is what happened. So it must be from him. This is what he promised. This is what I received. This must be from him. But instead we turn around and we look at circumstantial evidence. We pull out, well, this must have happened, or this was a coincidence. This is, this, and maybe it was this. And we do that and we take all the glory away from God. The Bible tells us to give him thanks because all good things are from above. And if God promised you something and you receive that thing, why would you then turn around and credit that to somebody else? That's being like the Pharisees. That's that stubbornness. Be like that blind man who received good things from God and credited God for it.